So I'll also let's start with creation of exec implementation in xv6. So here let us create a file on the first place. So let me keep it as executable exec exec function implementation is what it will be. Okay. So let's go to user, create a new file. Let's see. Hmm. So for this program, let us add all our headers. So let us discuss why is this being used. So basically, exec is a command which frees old address spaces and it loads a new ELF binary. So because of this, it sets up user stack with arguments and it jumps to the new program's entry points. In this program, this we will be discussing how can this execution failure handling can also be controlled. Okay, so let us try to start this program. Int main of void printf. In printf, we are trying to mention as if starting to execute a non-existing program. So we will be trying to call a non-existing program and how this program reacts to it and what would be the output and all. So this is like a negative case function where if there is no particular file, how are we trying to handle it is what we are trying to do. Int argument value. So here let us use a negative scenario as if doesn't exist followed by 0 int return as if let us use the executive command and let us print as does not exist the same as above but in exec command. The argument value and so let's end this if return value is greater than 0 sorry less than 0 then value is less than 0. Okay. Then we will be trying to print as execution failed. So this is looks like simple if else condition program, whereas we are trying to find whether this is present or not. Exit of 0. So let us save this and let us try to compile it. So the program got compiled successfully. exec Let us save this. Let me use exec ex. We have taken this. Let us save this again. exec Then let us go here. Let us save it again. Let us compile it. I think there was some issue with compiling before because it got compiled very fast. So here we have started given a command as starting to execute a non-existing program. So till here we got it. Then we are trying to check whether the argument has failed or not. So here the return value which is 0. So here the kernel attempts to locate the ELF file, whereas the ELF file is not present. So it fails to open and validate the ELF file. So hence this will be returning -1. So as -1 is less than 0, so we will be printing as execution failed irrespective of all other things. So here the original process continues execution. So you might be wondering why are we using this in real life? So some of the shells must handle invalid comments gracefully. So this helps to prevent the crashing of shell. And this is one of the robust example where the program execution needs to be handled in day-to-day life. So in this is something like in the first previous program, so we tried to implement the execution process image, and the second program we tried to implement how ELF execution can be loaded and what is the process of and what is the format of it. In this question, like we are trying to handle how a failure handling is being done and how can we and what is the process of handling it and what might be the uses of it. So this is like something very simple program, but we need to understand the logics and we need to understand the formatting. We need to understand what and how to be handle this program. So that's it from this week. Some upcoming week you will be getting some interesting program. These programs which are discussed in this week are quite slow paced and it's like more into logic building. Very less into logic building rather than it's like the process and all. So hope you guys have understood it. So have a great day.